Let's talk about World Games. Jenae, would you take the away? Tell us about these World Games because I don't even. It's your turn to talk.
My turn to talk. Hi, everybody. I'm Jenae Noonan, and I'm running a radio show. I'm just kidding.
There you go. The Jenae Noonan Show right here on ABC News and Talk, AM 1490, FM 98.1.
I'm dyslexic, and I would never be able to remember those numbers.
You can say them backwards for us, can't you?
Possibly. We will challenge that brain. Let me have a few more of these. The World
We
Games.
don't know what's in there, though. That's the question.
Ron proof.
Okay. World Games. What kind of World Games are we talking about?
We are talking about the World Games, pancration, mixed martial arts, grappling, 67 countries, 14,000 athletes. I'm surprised I'm remembering numbers. This year in Romania, we actually, since I'm running the radio show now, our president is with us, Dave Sixel. And
Wait, you better clarify, though.
A president, I would actually have him run the country over.
That would be a whole lot better.
But he is the president of Team USA FPA.
Team USA what is FPA?
Federation. Go ahead.
Federation of Pancration Athlema. Right.
Gee, I'm glad I'm doing radio and not. I'm glad I don't have to do the teleprompter stuff on this stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't. When you hear pancration, it's sort of a word that has been around forever, but recognized now not too much. But it definitely.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Right. Pancration actually literally means all powers. So
all powers.
Yes, sir. It was in the original Olympics. And what it does is
the original Olympics?
Yes, sir.
Way back in the Stone Ages time?
Right on. Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was just it was pretty brutal. It was just two naked guys going at it until one, couldn't continue anymore.
Or the Spartans died.
Right. So, but now we're trying to get this back.
Well, at least you knew one thing for sure then. You got a legitimate result.
Yeah, don't leave it up to the judges.
Right, exactly. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
but we've been a part of the World Federation of Pancration for quite some time now, and we have the opportunity to attend the USA to attend the World Championships coming up in Romania this coming October. So
okay, so in you're traveling some more.
That was the whole reason I joined the team.
That's the reason you join every team,
right?
I've heard. How long have I known you? And you've been saying the same exact thing.
I retired the first time in 2012, and then retired again in 2016. Here I am again. No, I love the sport.
You retire pretty frequently.
It's fun. Just try it.
What, retiring? Or what's retire? Wait a second. I just caught that. I'm a little slow. Josh is telling me I got to retire. I don't. My kids say they don't want that because they keep wanting the checks coming.
But you said you wanted to travel. I had your best interest in mind.
To what, retire?
So me, I travel competing, and you would travel retired. It's the opposite.
Okay, I guess. Well, I can't do some of the things that you're doing on this trip. So what is these games? What do you do in these things? I mean, because you talk mixed martial arts. That sounds like you're pretty badass people.
Exactly. There's a different division for the different age groups, the different genders. We're taking a heck of a youth team along with adult.
Because you got 3 generations going.
Oh yes. My son's right over here. He'll be coming out of his retirement.
He retired too? Oh, another one retired. Is there a problem? There's something, now I understand this sport a little better. You guys all get hit because I know Jenae told me the first time that she retired, she was tired of getting hit in the face.
Mm-hmm. True story.
Right? That's what you told me, right?
It's a true story. Yeah.
Okay. But then you went back again.
Well,
so I think you've been hit way too many times. That's why you keep going back.
Well, I mean,
look at Joe Biden. He goes back for the same.
There's multiple, like he was saying, there's multiple divisions. So there's grappling where there's no getting punched in the face, and then there's
grappling. What is grappling?
Submission wrestling.
Grappling is how I choked your friend out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, grappling is like the submission wrestling, the arm bars, the chokes, the no punching. But
no punching. So you don't get hit in the face.
Don't get hit in the face.
Jiu-jitsu, if you ever heard that, that's a big part of it. But I've
heard of jiu-jitsu. I don't know anything about it.
It's more of your ground game. Working on the ground, trying to submit your opponent.
Okay, that's
right.
And then there's semi-contact, which is also no getting punched in the face, but you do punch to the body and kick to the body and do the ground. So there's no punching to the face in that one. Yep. And then there's polydamas.
Who?
Polydamas. This is
Polydamas.
yeah, this is the first time I'm doing it, which is actually the most exciting for me because I'm learning something new. I'm learning weapons, and there's
So you shoot people.
no.
Well, that's
there's-
good because you kind of pay now 11% more for your ammunition in California.
if you pay for it.
Yeah. Did you just say that on live radio?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
See you in Wyoming in a few months. Polydamas.
That's where everybody's going.
Do you want to explain?
It's more of a self-defense routine. You have one defender, which will be Jenae, and she'll defend herself against 3 other attackers. One will be having a dagger, one will be having a short stick, and the other one with a long stick. So what you're doing is you're defending yourself against these different attackers and being graded at the same time. So it is a competitive routine.
Wow. So is it choreographed then?
Yeah. Yep. And, we'll be competing against, the 67 different countries, and this will be one of the divisions also, not only with the grappling, the kickboxing, the semi-contact, the full contact, but these group, what do I want to say?
Teams?
These teams still are part of the full team competition. It's just pretty much like the Olympics, all right?
So it's like the real Olympics as opposed to what we do nowadays where it's all the, the fancy sports. What do they call that one? Curling. Right. I mean, this is like the Olympics when they first started.
Mm-hmm.
Death.
Getting out there and really having a competition.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to continue this conversation when we come back. Continuing our conversation, Jenae Noonan, Dave Sixel with us this morning, talking about the World Games, the real Olympics. I'm not a fan of the Olympics. It's, I don't know. I just, because, well, I'll throw this out there. You guys can tell me where I'm right or wrong. Historically, and before maybe the last 10 or 15 years, all the communist countries, they basically, their athletes were all paid. That's how they lived.
Exactly. And
right?
It still is in a lot of times too. When we do these world championships, it's very hard for our team. This is why we're always looking for the best of the best to compete against these other teams because they are sponsored by their country.
Yeah. So they get paid. And then we got our athletes are out there, the amateurs, not necessarily in your sport, but I'm saying in the Olympics the way it used to be.
Right.
It was all the amateurs going against their professionals, and they wonder why doesn't the U.S. just clean house?
Very great point. Yeah, a lot of people don't see that. I appreciate you recognizing that.
So you guys are paid by the government and
us?
No.
Oh my gosh, we're the last ones. I mean, we're a nonprofit organization that currently are seeking sponsors, of course, and thanks to our marketing team with Jenae and our good friend Butch, helping out. We couldn't do it without him.
So you guys are all, I think Jenae's told me in the past that you're all privately funded.
We're the only country in the world that does not have government funding. And I thought about that because maybe Australia too, but so Australia and the United States. But we seek corporate sponsors and friends and family donations. We're trying to stop begging our friends and family because my parents are tired of paying. But we are seeking help. There's a lot of kids. And when our youth team, this is the biggest youth team we've ever taken overseas. And
define youth for me. I mean, is it how young do they
12.
start? 12.
Yeah, the youngest is 12, 12 to 14, and then 15 to 18. They're the youth divisions. But for a youth to go, it has to be the child and an adult. So there's a little bit more expensive. And some of these kids or their parents in this economy.
Well, sure. I mean, I have the 2 sisters that are going.
Yeah.
Haley and Nicole.
Yeah, there's
from
families.
And sure. And then so the parents have to, not only do the one child, but now they got the 2, and it is an expense. And
that's probably important because you're going out of the country and having the parents. If you got a 12-year-old, you probably want to have the parents out there, the chaperones.
Sure. And even though I'm a coach for the team, I still need parental guidance. I mean, because I'm coaching here.
I'm over 60 and I still need parental guidance, but my parents are dead. So that's a different story there. I get told that all the time.
Right. And unlike the Olympics, where the Olympics has like a $20 million, $30 million buy-in, we started this new program where our buy-in's $1,000. So you can be a sponsor of
Explain
Team
that. What do you
USA.
mean buy-in?
So a sponsorship, probably not buy-in the right word, but you can be a team partner starting at $1,000, and they get as a sponsorship, some of the things is TV spots. We have a Riku channel now, which was different from when We were here earlier. We
A,
have
a hoot, what
our
channel?
Roku channel. We have our Team USA.
Am I the
has
one that
our-
calls? Am I the only one that calls it? Is that Roku? Is it something?
Oh, is it Roku?
Roku,
I don't know.
I've been hitting the head a lot. It's Roku, whatever.
cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
Okay.
And we have our athletes make personalized commercials saying like thank you and because of your contribution. And we have of course the social media blast and all that. So our packages are just they're something that's never been done before. Again, it's not a $20 million buy-in. You don't
Mhm.
have to be and at a certain buy-in, you get Jenae Noonan doing your commercials. And my
Wow.
yeah, so
Oh, that's pretty serious.
yeah, well, not really, but Jahan does commercials way better. She does one take and done. I'm like 20 million takes and 10 billion bloopers, but I do a good one when it's
Mhm.
done.
But I bet the bloopers are probably more fun than the rest of them.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't even say my name. Like what? There's a whole blooper reel of me messing up my own name.
I bet if you run that, it's going to get the most hits of anything.
Yeah, but that
You got to send that to us.
I will send that to you.
Okay.
I have it on my phone. I can send it to you in a little bit. But yeah, so the corporate sponsor started 1,000 all the way to 25,000. And it's just again that's new because to be a part of Team USA, it used to be just the what are the big companies called?
Sponsors,
No, like
endorsers,
the
corporate 500.
But
I'm
such
being
a
called by Butch.
it's such a cool
Oh, so
opportunity
you get called
now.
by Butch, I get called by my son.
Yeah.
But you know, you don't do this for 14 years and still get called by your son.
But it's such a cool opportunity now where we're at now. I mean, going overseas because 2026, the World Games actually come for the first time ever to the United States. So once you're a sponsor now, I mean, you're a shoo-in for 2026.
So they come. Okay, so that's
huge. I mean, first
And-
time ever
We're
hosted
actually
in the
going
United
to
States.
yeah, we're going to Laverne today. We're actually trying to bring it to California. I was gonna say it the way you say it, but I couldn't. So in 2026, like he was saying,
Calizuela.
we're
You know,
touring.
do you know if you build it as going to Calizuela, it'd probably be the same as Romania, so they're be more lucrative to them.
Right. Okay.
Just throw that out there for you. A little bit chaotic.
Yeah. So
But-
sponsors that come on board this year will have
The
first right of refusal.
Well, that streaming is going to be a big issue because I think you'll probably find a lot more people understand the sport. You know, I've gotten myself in some serious trouble because I harass the people that complain about the salaries for women's basketball.
Mhm.
You know, because Caitlin Clark, I guess, I mean, she makes $78,000 a year playing women's basketball. And oh, that's nowhere close to what the men do. Well, you got a sport that loses $50 million a year. Who's supposed to come up with the money? Right? They're having to raise that money themselves.
Mhm.
Right? You guys are out there having to raise the money just to go and compete.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's hard enough, just to get the practices and things like that, get the team ready.
Well, if you're not getting paid, even the moderate 78,000,
Mhm.
it means you probably have to have another job.
Oh
right?
yeah,
Because you still want to eat, raise your kids, all those kind of
I
things.
actually have a couple jobs. I do
And
personally.
Some of our 12-year-olds can't get jobs.
That's a
Right.
tough one. We continue our conversation. Jenae Noonan, Dave Sixel are with us. We're chatting about these. I can't even say the games, and they go and they do all this competing and mixed martial arts and
Pancration.
pancration.
Yes, sir.
Pancration. Okay, so we're in the third segment, so I can keep having you say it, Dave.
Okay.
So how many different events and age groups and whatnot are there?
Okay. Well, all in all, okay, we start off like Jenae said. We start off at our 12-year-old,
Okay.
age group division. Boys and girls. Then we move on up, and then we get, for instance, to my son's division, the senior division, which is weird to say, and then we have our senior division, 35 and over on that
38
one
and
also.
older.
38 and over. I'm sorry.
Seniors.
Yeah. How about that?
Well, Dave, what do you and I say then? Ancient? Is that the ancient division?
Ancient division. Correct.
So there's 5 divisions. I just did the quick math. There's the cadets, which is 12 to 14. Then there's the youth, which is 15 to 18. Then there's the weird 18 to 21-year-olds, because who knows what to call them. And there's the 21 to 37-year-olds. And then there's the old people, which
Right.
includes me, which is
Mhm.
38 and older, unless you
Just-
Google me. Google
yeah.
says I'm 37. But
Mhm.
so there's
Do they
5
have the retirees division?
That's my division. That's his division. That's
Right.
The
30
multiple retirees?
38 and over. And then there's the grappling division, kickboxing division, semi-contact, full contact, polydamas, polymodus. So
Holy cow!
It is, and that's why this team is getting so huge because
How many people are you taking with you?
it's close to about 80. I think we have right about right now we're also today doing an evaluation for
California
our open
evaluations.
division. So, but you can see that what I've done in the past is run like an Ironman division. Ironman division is like I put one person and they fight all the divisions. That's just too damn much for one person to
Sure.
do. So
Now you said it was men and women. Are they fighting against each other, or I mean,
no?
Oh, good. So you actually know what genders are in this sport.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay.
Of course.
It's hard to tell sometimes. And we got a Supreme Court justice that doesn't know that stuff. So glad to see that you guys know that.
Yep. I won't go there, but I agree. But there are quite a few divisions, and we give just an amazing opportunity for our USA, to actually show our skills.
What is it? Once you become a champion, other than Jenae gets to go out and mangle people,
Right.
What does the winner get?
Well, first of all, prestige and pride, being a world. First of all, to be a part of Team USA is very prestigious.
Sure.
But then to actually have the opportunity to become a world champion, that's huge. I'm getting, just goosebumps just talking about that. And then for myself, oh my gosh, I'm going to have my son, my granddaughter. They're competing at the same time too.
Wow.
That's priceless. So it's just a beautiful opportunity for our United States athletes to have this opportunity.
Well, I think in a different way. Your son is different because he's military, so he's at a different class in my world. He's extra special.
Mm-hmm.
But being anybody that gets to go and represent the U.S.,
man,
right? If you're representing this country, that's pretty amazing. For somebody that's not putting it all on the line like your son did or does still. It's pretty amazing when you get to go do that. You must really enjoy that.
I do. I like putting on the red, white, and blue. I think one of the coolest moments of my life is in hearing the national anthem, while you're getting a gold medal. It's and then the flag comes down and
try to keep the tears.
As long as you're not a soccer female with purple hair. But I digress.
I was planning on going purple. I'm just kidding.
But I got to tell you, just in the past history of all these 10 years, because my son and I, we were actually on the first team competing, in 2000.
Wait.
So
the first team
No.
You don't look out. You guys look pretty good for being back in the first team competing.
But because this is the 10th annual, we were actually at the first, and the USA won that. So now think of it from my standpoint for being there. Now I have the opportunity, not only being from an athlete at that point, to a coach, but now a team leader. So you talk about.
Well, you've got to have it made having your son and grandchild as well.
Oh yeah,
that's got to be
it's beautiful, man.
That's got to be.
It's just absolutely priceless.
Okay, I want to give Jenae 1 second.
Wait, the coolest part, is there's a picture.
I'm not going to introduce her. She knows all this stuff, not me.
This is just my favorite moment. There's a picture of her at 3 and me, and she was my shadow in 2012. So I hate to say that this is my last because it is, but
I heard that in 2012
I know we heard that a lot, but. Her first is my last, and it's just so cool seeing that little picture of her, and she was shadowing me everywhere I went, and now I'm her captain as she's going to her first championship.
Now, if you compete with her, who wins?
Her.
She will.
She will, because I'm scared of the grandpa.
Okay. So we got about a minute or so left. You've got some sponsors that you wanted to mention.
Yes, Athletics.
Athletics.
Yes, they are a women's wrestling shoe made by women for women, and Prosperity Mints from Arlington, Texas. Dyslexia there. So Prosperity Mints from Arlington, Texas. I thought it was mint, like mints, but it's mints as in golds,
okay.
Yeah, golds.
They mint
silver.
So they're the ones that are minting the coins that have the president behind bars and all that kind of stuff.
They have a giant. They teach people how to save golds and invest in gold and invest in precious.
Okay.
Precious, mints,
So it's like the commercials I always see with William Devane, right? He wants to. I know you don't even know.
I don't even know who that. Yeah.
So he's always telling people about buying gold and that our currency is worthless. And
yeah.
Okay, Jenae. Okay, so let's we're gonna go back here one more time because Josh already told me I'm out of time. It is if you want to donate, rsrlinks.com/donateusa. rsrlinks.com/donateusa. If you want to help them out, help them go and represent our country, win in some real games, and I guess a kick. I think we can say kick butt. I don't think some of the other words we can't. Kick butt we can get away with. So go out there and represent and come back. And most important, come back safe.
Yes, sir.
Right? That's the important stuff. rsrlinks.com/donateusa.